Man, could that guy swim! Under cover of her wide-brimmed hat and sunglasses, Rachel Shaw kept a discreet eye on the powerful shoulders cutting through the water 100 feet beyond the crashing surf. The swimmer was moving as fast and effortlessly as the ubiquitous Jekyll Island dolphins that had been cavorting in almost that same spot yesterday. And he'd been at it since before she'd arrived on the beach 20 minutes ago. Yet other than floating on his back for a few moments while switching strokes, he showed no sign of tiring or slowing down. Impressive. A soft, snuffling sigh sounded close to her ear, and she looked over at the golden retriever flopped down next to her low-slung beach chair. He, too, was watching the figure in the water, until he turned to her with a pleading, "Can we please swim too?" look. "Sorry, boy," she patted his head. "I promised Aunt Eleanor I wouldn't bring you home sopping wet. But we'll play a quick game of frisbee in a few minutes." At the word frisbee, his ears perked up and his tail began to sweep the sand. "I thought you'd like that, but give me 5 more minutes to veg." Leaning back in her chair, Rachel tossed her book into her tote bag, abandoning any pretense of reading. It wasn't every day a woman got treated to such a demonstration of athletic prowess. And a quick scan left and right confirmed she had the show all to herself on the deserted beach, one of the beauties of summering on an off-the-beaten-path barrier island in Georgia. Well, not quite deserted. Her gaze swung back to the man in the water, who suddenly changed direction and headed for shore. As Rachel followed his progress, her canine companion put his chin on her knee. "Getting anxious, are we?" She gave him a distracted pat, her focus still on the dark-haired swimmer as she waited for him to stride from the sea like some mighty Greek god, all muscles and brawn and sinew. Didn't happen. Instead, he washed up on shore like a limp piece of seaweed, then scuttled backward with his hands away from the frothy surf. Sheesh! Talk about a letdown. Adjusting her glasses, Rachel watched him fiddle with his ankle as he sat at the waterline. Maybe he'd had a close encounter with one of the jellyfish that were sometimes a painful nuisance here. At the soft whimper beside her, she tugged the frisbee out of her tote bag. Whatever was going on with that guy, he seemed well able to take care of himself. "Okay, boy, you've been patient. Time for a quick game.